So he played it in the top. It was more difficult. But as I say, he felt that was the right shot for position. Missed the pot.
If he takes this red on, he'd come between the yellow and brown, and it's quite a thin contact. He might finish up on the black, believe it or not. But he's looking at an alternate into the right corner. Now, what has missing that black off the spot done to his confidence? Find out with this shot. Absolutely nothing. And a perfect angle on the blue to stun up between the brown and green for that easy red.
Six.
They've played each
Seven.
other twice in the UK Championship. Mark Selby won 6-4 in the quarterfinal in 2012, but a couple of years ago, Neil Robertson beat him in the final 10-7. They're so evenly matched, these two players.
Yep. 10.
11 points to lead. The awkward red on the right-hand side cushion he won't need. I think the one near the middle pocket as the referee drops his ball marker. I think the one near his hand now will go into the middle pocket.
11.
So he might not have to play that difficult red on the side cushion. Or not need it before he gets to the snooker's required stage.
70.
It's funny how matches can go like this. I mean, Mark Selby looks in reasonable form, but he's lost those first two frames, and
18.
now he's struggling to, and as I've always said, and I do believe, until you get that first frame on the scoreboard, you never really settle down.
Yeah, it was our old friend John Pullman who commentated for years on the BBC, 10 times world champion.
25.
Used to say that as well. You never settle till you've got your first frame on the board. And how true it is.
And at the moment, it's looking for all money that Mark Selby's going to lose these first four frames.
26.
This black will put him 34 points in front, so he still needs two of these remaining reds, but as I say, I'm sure this one goes or drops into the right middle. Okay, you'd like to get right in behind it. And once again, positional play, inch perfect. You can just drop this in now.
33.
But he'll need another red. Red core, red required. As I say, perfect position just to roll it in. Just got a slight angle on the blue. Now what makes these two difficult reds easier, he'll only need the red. If you can drop behind it, just drop it in the pocket. He doesn't have to be concerned about a colour.
I don't know if he can stun it in. He hadn't got the angle to do that, and he's not going to be on this one.
39.
The one behind the black might have been easier to drop on, but he felt he hadn't got the angle to stun up for that one. So This fourth frame not just over yet. 40 behind. Will he get a chance?
Well, I think he'll just be happy that he knows he's going to come back to the table. That's why he's drying his hands. He knows that Neil Robertson can't keep this break going now. Well, not unless he plays the red along the top cushion. If it was tight against the cushion, you fancy you could pot it.
I think it's just off the cushion, that red.
Well,
Yeah.
it is, so he won't be playing that one. Not to pot, anyway.
Well, we say he's the greatest potter the game's ever seen. Is this a pot too far if he takes it on? Look at the cue ball, though. He tried to pot it, but look where he put the cue ball. He only needed the red.
Needs this red to run, needs it to run past the middle. That's end of frame. Just the red to go 41 points in front with 35 remaining.
1.
It's a dream start for the Australian to be 4-0 up against Mark Selby. Nobody could see that coming.
No, and I suppose Mark Selby's had as many chances as Neil Robertson, really, so you wouldn't expect one to be running away with it.
5.
But 3 snookers needed now for Mark Selby. But while there's one red left on the table, you'd feel as though you would carry on, because you can always get the free ball. That's why Neil is quite happy to put this red in the jaws of the pocket, and gravity took over. So there'll be no return to the table now for Mark Selby. He'll go to his dressing room, having lost the first 4 frames. The proverbial mountain to climb after the interval.
30.
Yeah, that will be enough, and he notes a concession. Got nothing out of that. Those first 4 frames. Neil Robertson marches on. OK, made a few mistakes in that frame, but it didn't matter. And he leads at the mid-session interval. 4-0.